G'day guys, this is the Journey to Tarawera Christmas edition of the training vlog. On Christmas Day I'm running a half marathon. But I started the week with an easy run on Monday like usual to recover from the weekend away up at Corn. And yeah, please check out that video if you haven't yet. It's got some great footage of some really nice trails up north. But yeah, this week started off with an easy run on Monday, easy run this morning before a workout in the evening on Tuesday. So Tuesday was workout, a taper session for me. It was 1 kilometre efforts for Casey and Andrew, and they did 8 1k efforts and I did 4 of them, and I was doing every second one. Target pace was about 3 minutes 15 per kilometre, and I just dropped off a second or so to make it so that it wasn't too hard for me being a taper week. Got through that 4 1Ks and feeling already a little bit fresher, having not really went to the maximum effort for today's session. Now I'm talking about freshening up or tapering for the race, but before I get into that in more detail, I'll talk about why I'm actually racing this weekend. And that's because I've planned my racing schedule for the early part of next year, and I was interested in racing the 6 foot track marathon because it runs over some of the Ultra Trail Australia course at Katoomba, New South Wales, but unfortunately I didn't get in. I had to enter the lottery for standard entries because my result from last year was 15th place and I only get the automatic entry if I finish in the top 10, so I didn't race fast enough in 2021 to automatically enter the 6 foot, so I missed out on the lottery. I believe they have probably about 1,500 entrants and there's only about 800 spots, so can't do 6 foot track. The alternative race to do in early next year would be 2 bays. It is the AURA, or Australian Ultra Runners Association Short Trail Championship, the 56k event, and it happens that I am the reigning national champion in that short trail event, having the last one held in 2019 for the Cleveland 50. But I don't think I'm really in shape to do really well there in less than a month, and I'm also really confused about what is going to be happening with the border procedure, especially if I do a very quick trip there. I mean, to get some sort of a result that I don't have COVID less than 3 days before coming back or something, even if I go. So with all the border issues, I decided that yes, and just my form, I decided that 2 bays wasn't a go. So that's why racing a half marathon this weekend. It is a good chance for me to see where I'm at and also a chance to freshen up. Now, people who haven't had a lot of experience with running events might think that you don't really change too much in your training when you enter a race. In fact, you might even train last minute training to try to get some extra fitness right up to race day. But no, you need to actually recover. You don't need to absorb your training and leave the hard work until the actual event. But you need to actually do less training in the week of the event that you're racing. Well, think of it this way: if you had a very big maximum effort run, are you going to be able to run very well the next day? Usually not. You usually need to have some time to recover. So it's the same thing with training for a big event, is you rest up for a few days beforehand. So that's what I'm detailing this week. So after running twice on Tuesday, I actually had a day off on Wednesday. And like I said, really need to get the fatigue levels down leading up to a full-on hit out on the weekend. So yeah, that's the second day off that I've had in the 8 weeks of this vlog series. On Thursday, I ran at Brownhill Creek. I do like to run at Brownhill Creek because it's between where I live and the city. It's quite amazing that there's this nice little pocket of nature where you can run, and it seems like it's an old country lane even though it's quite close to the city. during taper week, the main thing you're doing is resting up so you can run your best on race day. And what I also do as part of my taper week is a run the day before, where I do a race paced effort. Now, for a number of years I used to do just short surges up to 30 seconds, which is good for getting the muscles used to putting in the amount of power required for racing. But what I've been doing recently is putting in a race pace effort for about a kilometre, so marathon pace or threshold pace. And going for 1 kilometre means that I'm using also the high aerobic energy system, so I see that's a little bit better. But I could probably race with just having a complete day of rest, but I think I feel a little bit better on race day having done a short effort the day before.
So it's quite a big achievement, I think. King of angels, come on, let us adore Him. Oh, come, let us adore Him. Oh, come, let us adore.
This one's got my name on it. Enjoy the Christmas Day Half Marathon. In Adelaide we usually have quite hot Christmas days, so it's good to get the run out of the way with 6 a.m. 6 a.m. start. So this year was nice. It was not hot at all. It was perfect for running really, and a bit of a southerly wind, which meant tailwind early on, but pretty tough the last few Ks. Yeah, understanding that Christmas time is quite difficult for a lot of people. You can feel like you have to spend time with people that you find it difficult to spend time with. A bit lonely with, you know, maybe your family situation isn't quite what you'd like. But I find one thing to help with mental health is just to be aware of what you're feeling. Anyway, one thing to help with mental health with the AIA Vitality Wellness app is they do a mental health check-in, so you can give an assessment of how you've been feeling overall. So sure, you might have a difficult day around Christmas, but if you reflect on it overall, you might not be too bad the other time leading up to it. You just know that you have to get through this difficult period, and you'll be back into being a happy, productive person. So I finished the week with an easy 10k single track running with Nat in Sturt Gorge. That makes for my race week finished, and next week there'll be a lot more trail running because I'll be still recovering but getting back into some higher mileage week. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you for next week's vlog.